DOMINIC FIKE.
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, of course.
I'm DOMINIC FIKE.
What do you think about all day, DOMINIC FIKE?
How I'm going to get out of this and go to sleep. Typically, I have a lot of engagements throughout the day, and I'm typically just thinking about how to get into bed. What's the quickest way? What's the most effective way?
Do you dream a lot? Do you dream when you sleep?
Yeah.
What do you dream about?
Just ex-girlfriends, mostly like wet sort of dreams, like inappropriate ones.
Do you ever dream about anything that's not sexual?
Cut? Can we cut? I'm kidding. No. Yeah, of course. No, I dream about a lot of stuff. My dreams have been getting more vivid and darker recently. I have a lot of these dreams where I get drunk or I do drugs or something because I'm trying to stay away from all that. And it's called like something they call it in rehab, like drinking dreams or something like that. I have those dreams where I wake up scared, terrified that I took a drink and I did something crazy. A lot of those.
So your dreams are exclusively about drugs and sex.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I know.
I watched a video of you snorting fake cocaine off of a laundry machine this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That was Elliot.
Yeah, it was a different guy.
Different guy. Please don't mix him up.
Do you ever feel like you have too many? Like, if you had no engagements, if you had no responsibilities to ever do anything ever again, how would you spend your time?
I think about it sometimes. I would move probably somewhere to Seattle or upstate New York. I'd get a nice, tall girlfriend with, she'd wear like a paisley dress, like a one-piece paisley dress, and she would be like washing clothes in a bucket, and I would have a couple kids running around. They would be well off. It's just that, and I'm rocking back and forth, smoking like just the most Kentucky fried, like dry tobacco, and that's it. That's probably what I'd be doing.
You aspire to be a family man.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you name your children?
Maybe something one syllable, like Fox or something.
Fox.
Or like Sly or some shit,
Then they would have a one-syllable first name and a one-syllable last name.
Exactly. Fox Fike.
Fox Fike.
Sly Fike.
I like that.
It's kind of sick.
Yeah. How's it feel to be a gecko?
These are gecko costumes.
Yeah, these are gecko costumes.
It feels great. It's freeing. I was at rehearsal today, and I was trying to wiggle out of this one. I'm not gonna lie.
No. You can be completely honest. I don't know. It's funny you say that. You're the second or third person that's been like, I tried really, really hard to get out of doing this.
I really did. I sat down with everybody, and I was like, so how long is this shit? It's like 2 hours?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Like, it's a whole thing.
You asked me right before, you were like, so this is like a whole podcast. This is going to be like 2 hours.
Yeah. Which, no, this is nice, and you seem nice enough, and everyone that you have working here seems great, so I'm happy to be here. What
other, have there been any obligations you've had recently that have been particularly heinous?
A ton of stuff, man. I just don't like getting out of my house. I just set up a studio in there, and I just don't like to leave it right now, And I have to go on tour in like 10 days, so as much time as I can spend in my bed with my dough-in flour sheets and spread, I will do that. But yeah, I had to go to a studio today in North Hollywood to do something called ADR.
Yes, additive dialogue replacement. Is
wow,
that
has to be
is it actually?
Yeah, I didn't know if that's what it was. That sounds correct.
Additional I know the DR is dialogue replacement.
Yeah, absolutely. So additional dialogue replacement. I had to go do that for a movie that I had starred in recently, and I'm trying to be grateful, but I just wanted to be home. I don't know. Are you
an introverted guy?
Not typically. Growing up, I wasn't so introverted. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that I was really strung out on a lot of drugs and stuff. But now I think I'm a little bit more introverted, or just like selective. I'm just not like a party guy. I realize that. I like to hang out, we can talk. I work a lot.
Yeah.
Not even a recluse. I'm just really working, and to work I need to be alone.
Would you consider yourself like a workaholic of some kind? Like if would you feel like what's the word? Would you go like comatose if you couldn't work? Like do you have trouble sitting still?
Yeah. I have like I'm shaky. I got ADD a lot, so music is the thing. I was thinking about quitting music. I was like, I should quit music.
What would you do instead?
Anything else, you know? Once you got a little bit of money, you could just do it. But I was like, what else would I do? How would I occupy my time? And if I quit this road here, I would never, know what would happen at the end, and that would piss me off. So I'm gonna follow this one to the end. But yeah, it's a lot of work, and I used to look at it as work too. Maybe the past couple of years I was like, oh, I gotta go to work. I would be going to the studio and be like, I gotta go to work. These like multi-million-dollar studios, these like crazy places, these like Stevie Wonder's Rhodes and fucking Neil Young's guitars. I'd be like, man, I gotta go to work. And it's crazy that I was calling it that. I've been trying to look at it differently, and I'm doing well. I'm like, I've stopped complaining as much.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard when you're in it.
Oh my God!
When you're in it, like
you can become so bitter.
Yeah. Well, when you're have the tall wife with the paisley dress on, and you're with your kids, you look back and you'll be like, oh, that was nice. But when you're in it right now, you're like, I want to go to sleep so
exactly,
I can
and
have
I do
wet
want to be
dreams
able to
about my
look back on it.
ex-girlfriends.
Yes, yeah. So whoever you are, wherever you're at, my future wife, I don't typically dress like this, and I don't even hang out with this guy really. But call me. My number's 239-994-4505.
Hey, you want to take a call?
Yeah, that was my real phone number. I'll probably have to change that after this.
Let's talk to Connor from Long Island.
I'm like addicted to this live stream. I'm like addicted to comments. Like on Instagram, I'll just scroll through them. On YouTube, I won't even look at the video first. I'll just look at the comments.
I know the live streaming one is the worst because it's like constant,
it's like
constant
super
comments.
narcissism. Damn.
Yo, Connor.
I don't know how people like streamers. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Connor.
Connor, you can make your comment. You had a comment.
Hey. Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't know how like you streamers look at the chat and like see what everybody's saying and like pick one thing out and be like, oh, this is what everybody's saying. It feels like it's just like a conglomerate of like shit and like piss and like cool stuff.
It's a good word, conglomerate.
That is a good word.
Good for you.
Connor, it says here that you are an aspiring musician and you have a problem with hating everything that you create after you create it.
Yes, sir.
Is that accurate, Connor?
Yes. It's like a literally a constant. Like no matter what I make, I love it and then I hate it.
Okay, how long do you spend loving it, Connor?
So I will like make something and like it takes a while for me to make something that like I really am like vibe with. I'm like, okay, this is the one that I want to work on, and like I'll love it for like, I don't know, maybe like a week or two, and I'll think like, oh, it's really good, and then slowly it like almost burns out of me, and the more I work on it and listen to it, it just goes like, no, until it's like, oh, I hate this. Why am I working on this?
That's so natural, man. It's so natural. I deal with that on a huge scale. I'll be talking to people who work for me and things, and we'll be going full speed ahead with a song that I told them to release a month ago. And on that very day, I will be like, why are you trying to ruin my career? This is shit. Don't let it hit the internet and you're going to fuck me up. I'm serious. That's like so natural at any level. I talk to people at like every level of that shit, and that's how it goes. You know, and honestly, if you can get another perspective on it, in that week that you're loving it, maybe you're afraid to share, but if you can get another perspective on it, that usually helps. Sometimes people will say something negative or something positive that will change your view on it, and you know, it's all about the timing and which you reveal the steps, and you know how quickly you can get it out to people. But yeah, supernatural.
What do you make music about, Connor?
Okay. I usually just make it about like, I'm not like super like deep. I try to connect to things in my life, but a lot of the time it's super instrumental based, and then after I'll start adding lyrics and stuff to it. So kind of anything. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't like working on like an acoustic guitar and then going over to production. I like to produce first and then kind of write as I produce, which is a little weird.
No, normal again, supernatural. There's no correct way to do it.
What are your dreams, man? Do you want to make it big? Are you trying to tour? Are you trying to just make a living? Are you trying to be a superstar? What's your ideal career path look like?
So yeah, I've had that question asked to me before, and like before I was like, I don't know, like I don't care, I just want to be an artist. But I recently went to see a show at Bowery Ballroom, and it was like the coolest thing I've seen in like a long time. So, I don't want to be like some like superstar or anything. I just want to be able to make music with some cool people and perform live. And if that's not like my source of income, then it could just be something that's on the side, But yeah, no, I'm pretty stuck on the step of like actually making stuff. So that's kind of just where I'm at right now, I guess.
That's the first step.
That was too good of an answer.
You gotta make stuff.
That's too good. You gotta grab it by the nuts, man. Sometimes you don't want to be a superstar. Sometimes you just gotta do it. All right, Connor. That's my advice to you, bud.
Enjoy all the sleep you're getting now,
Thanks,
Connor.
man.
Yeah, because it doesn't last long.
Yeah, dude. You gotta find some room even when you're on tour to take some power naps or something. I heard. Yeah, and masturbate, dude. Every day. Once a day.
Cool. Once a day.
Only once a day?
Once a day? Those are rookie numbers. You got to bump them numbers up.
I do once in the day and then once at night to fall asleep.
What does Matthew McConaughey say? Me? 5 times a day.
I've missed...
You get good enough, you'd be thinking about me.
I've missed brushing my teeth more than I've missed masturbating.
Amen, brother.
Once in the morning and once at night.
Amen.
Connor, anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Hi, people. How's it going? Yeah, life is a journey or something. I don't know. Something dramatic sounds cool. But yeah,
like
life is a journey.
To a great song.
Keep journeying.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Connor.
Have a good night, Connor. Connor also wrote that he's a Ness main in Smash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am as well.
Oh, you have a Ness tattoo.
I do.
Oh, because I saw that and I was like, that seems like a random piece of information.
Oh, yeah? Fuck. Yeah, I'm a big Ness man. I'm so good at this game. I played it since I was fucking... I am so good at it.
Which one?
All of them, but the newer one, obviously, I'm really good at. The GameCube one, I'm good at. The 64, but I'll fuck anyone up in that game.
I used to play in competitive Super Smash Brothers Melee tournaments.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like good.
Nutty,
but like,
yeah.
I could beat you, and I could beat anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you use? Who do you mean?
In Melee?
Yeah.
I play Marth and Fox, and sometimes Luigi.
Oh, Fox is fucking annoying.
Yeah. Do you ever watch like the tournaments and shit?
Yeah. Those kids are out of their minds.
Yeah.
You're into that? That's what you're on?
Yeah. Not anymore. I was when I was a kid. It was the most fun thing ever. Like me and my friends would go to like some like hotel for like a conference and like play Super Smash Bros with all these like 30-year-olds.
They're just old as I know, and they're so good. It's crazy. Yeah.
How'd it feel talking to a person on the phone?
That was cool, man. Connor should have dropped his SoundCloud link or some shit. He missed out on free press. Just saying. Never gonna get anywhere with that attitude, Connor.
Yo.
Hello.
Is this RJ?
This is. Is this Lyle and Dom?
Yeah. Hey, RJ.
What's up?
Not a whole lot, man. What's going on with you? Is there anything that you wanted to talk about today?
Well, how candid can I be? Like, am I supposed to just be honest and open, like real therapy, or like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you tell us that you're going to harm someone or yourself, I think we are liable. We have to tell someone, right? That's how therapy works.
Oh, no. All right. So basically, I got dumped, and I'm just having a really hard time with it, I guess. It's weird because I've had breakups before, but like this one is extremely different. and I was left in a position where I don't know what I did wrong. I gave him everything. I did everything for him. I devoted every single shred and aspect of my life to him, which I guess was the problem maybe, but I just don't know where to go from here. It's like you lose one of the only things that mattered to you and you just feel lost. I hope this isn't too depressing, but I don't really have anyone else to talk to about it, I guess.
Dom, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, man. You know, I've been through a lot of really tough breakups in the past couple of years. So I know what that's like, especially kind of being super, overly involved in someone else's life and making their life your own. I've had that problem before. I actually had to read up a lot on it and go to treatment for some codependency issues. I don't know that you're at that point, and I'm happy that if you're not, but it's tough, and all the cliches are correct, time heals all, things like that. You pay attention to the cliches in this period of time. They'll actually get you through it, and you'll find out how true they are. Best advice is keep moving forward. If you got any good shows or things that you can get locked into, that really helped me. Watching all the Harry Potters from beginning to end, getting into that Righteous Gemstones show, and giving yourself time and space to mess up. Like, it's okay that you're not okay. That's a given. You should just take that and accept that and learn from it. But I'm so bad at advice, and I'm sorry that I'm even giving it. But yeah, you'll be all right. Time heals all. Seriously, it does. Every day it gets a little bit easier.
Can I also say, you said that, the way that you phrased it is giving every single thing of yourself to him. Have you since taken some of that back to give it to yourself, and in what ways have you done that?
Oh.
Doing a little therapy here, Tom.
I've been trying to love myself more, if that makes sense. I don't want to sound like egotistical or anything. Like, I've grown up and been living my entire life hearing, oh, you're such a beautiful girl. Like, why are you single? Like, you're so smart. You're this, you're that. So I'm like really in this like time and space of trying to believe that myself. And, having platonic relationships is really important to me. So I'm trying to get out and make friends. And I'm actually going to Dom's show in Detroit. So that's super sick. Maybe meet some people there. Yeah.
It was RJ. We'll put you on a list, best. RJ. Let me know.
A list?
I'll just put you on the special. I'm pretty sure we have some sort of VIP packages. We'll figure it out. I'll just be like, look for RJ. I'll tell security.
It's so funny because you actually viewed my Instagram story the other day. I went and saw the Spider-Man movie by myself, which I was very proud because I don't do things by myself. And like your soundtrack or your song on the soundtrack was really good. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, that's amazing. I want to get this out of the way. I have this circle on Instagram where you're able to check. You mentioned
I have the thing. Oh yes, I have the thing too.
Yeah,
and I've noticed that, right? Because it shows you.
Yeah.
All
of your mentions.
It collects everyone who's ever tagged you in anything. And then I have it too, and so I click through it, and I'm like, oh, all these people now think that I like found them.
Oh, so I'm not
and like
special.
Went
no,
into their thing.
You are, but I didn't want the crowd to think that I was
No. I know about the circle. I know about the circle.
Okay.
I know about the circle.
The famous people circle is a different.
I know about the circle. You click it, and then I feel bad. I'm like, oh, this. But then sometimes I'm like, I'll come across one, and it says something really nice, and so I click a little heart because I'm like, oh, now this person's gonna think I just screened them.
You just hit on them.
But yeah, there's a little.
Damn,
a little circle.
You gotta be careful out here on this internet, bro.
RJ, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Keep on moving on.
Keep on moving on. You get out there, you get going pretty good.
I like that. Have a good night, RJ.
Hey, have a good night, RJ. You'll get through it.
Bye, Dom.
Bye. Boo.
How's your love life going?
My love life is ground zero.
Really?
Nothing going on right now. Most of the people that I have either dated or had sex with don't want to look at me. So we're doing pretty good for recluse musical mastermind mode that I'm in. It's good.
Ground zero is it's a exciting place.
It can be
to be.
It can. I've been there so many times that it's not like, oh, I can go, mess around now.
No, but it's not exciting. It's not exciting because of that at all. It's exciting because of the just complete and utter tranquility. Because when somebody else is intimately involved in your life, it's like you're not only dealing with. It's hard enough to deal with and manage your own thoughts and feelings and humanity, and then when somebody else is involved, it's like, we gotta. It's 2-player on this now.
I'm past tranquility. I'm in like awkward. Like, where do I put my hands when I'm talking to a girl stage?
Mm-hmm. Are you on Raya at all?
I'm not on Raya. I've never been like a dating app kind of dude. I'm like embarrassed of that somebody would see me and recognize me from that. Because I remember this one kid, I was at the skate park, and this was like I was maybe like 15 or something. And somebody was like, oh, dude, I saw you on gay Tinder in front of like all my homies. And I was like, in Florida, just being gay wasn't cool at the time. You feel me? It wasn't exactly the coolest thing you could do. Yeah. And like I was just like, that wasn't me. And they're like, no, I'm pretty. And this kid was like really funny. Yeah. And he was just really good at keeping it. He was like, no, I'm pretty sure it was you, dude. Yeah. And I was like, no. And I had this whole thing. And then I just never went on a dating app.
What was it? Was he like making a joke, or were you?
Yeah, he was like, Dom's gay.
Oh, okay. You ever been on gay Tinder?
I haven't. I haven't been on like any Tinder.
I one time went on gay Tinder just to like see,
catch vibes.
Well, just to see how I would do.
How did you do?
Like, but way better than straight Tinder.
For sure. Yeah, dude. They like to party, bro. All my fucking homies are super, super gay, and they love going out and partying, and it's all, straight people, we got a problem with the intimacy thing. We're so bad at like just getting straight to it. I feel like, especially here in Los Angeles, like the gay, like bi, like trans scene is like, they're just fucking living, like fucking ketamine and fucking lights, and let's get it, baby. 4 a.m, fuck it.
Starting the movement that straight
people should start doing ketamine and fucking each other. Yeah, let's go.
Finally, someone's talking about it.
All
right, let's see what we got here on the computer. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, is this Jay?
It is.
Hey, Jay.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of making dinner. Hold on, we're like finishing up 5 seconds. Do you want to?
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good.
What are you making for dinner, Jay?
I'm doing like a rotini pasta with an Alfredo sauce and mushrooms.
Let me ask you something, Jay. You make that sauce from scratch?
No.
Well, hang up on Jay.
Not.
Wait, okay. You want to hear this? You want to hear this?
Why?
Jay. Jay, it says here that you got fired from Target for stealing a Lunchable.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how did that go? How did that go down?
So, I didn't like do it on purpose, but Target has like a thing where every time you make a credit card transaction, it keeps your information and like the time you made it. And they were looking at cameras from a transaction I made when I like went off the clock to get groceries, and there was like a Lunchable or two stuck in my cart that I didn't remember. So they fired me like months after that for stealing a Lunchable.
What kind of Lunchable was it?
I think it was the pizza one.
Good. Well, at least it was worth it.
You should take.
It felt worth it.
What about making pasta? You like steal a bunch of the Lunchables and you just take out that little sauce packet and you make pasta with the Lunchables pizza sauce.
What a callback to the making your own sauce. I just want to point out the brilliance that just occurred in the room. Good shit, Lyle.
Thank you, man.
Damn. Yeah, I don't make my own sauce. I'm stoned right now. I can't make a sauce.
You can make sauce when you're stoned.
Yeah, you can do pretty much anything when you're stoned except for not be stoned.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to get a new job?
So this happened back in December. They fired me the week before Christmas, and I still haven't had a job, actually.
Have you been looking for a job?
Yes and no. I've gotten like involved in the OnlyFans thing, so I've been like making bills doing that.
How do you, Jay? What do you do? How does that work? You can do that as a dude? I didn't know that people cared.
Dudes have OnlyFans, yeah.
What? For what?
What do you do? What do you do on your OnlyFans, Jay?
Well, because it works out in my favor a little bit because I'm a trans man, so it's like a fetish thing for a lot of people.
Oh
yeah!
Bam! You hit the fucking jackpot, Jay.
Okay. Is it? How long you been doing that for?
I've been doing it since I lost my job in December.
Who can I? The people. What is your clientele? Mostly, is it like? What's the demographic of people that subscribe to your OnlyFans?
I've realized it's either very drastic, like other trans people looking to look at trans people, or it's strictly like dudes in their 40s who really get off to it for some reason.
That's where the money's at, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're all like retired software engineers, and they have all this money.
God.
Do you just do the pictures, or do you do the thing where you like chat with them?
I don't really do the chat, but I just do like pictures and videos.
I'm in my head right now. I'm trying really
So picture Jay?
really hard to think of another way that I can tie pasta and Lunchables into this.
Another callback to Andrew.
Should I hire
I feel
somebody
like
to
you-
like eat a Lunchable?
So no, go ahead. You had an idea.
I said, should I hire somebody to eat a Lunchable off of me?
Ooh.
Or
Well,
like
wouldn't you? You know what you could do is like, you know how people will eat like sushi off of people, and that's like a hot thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Make a bunch of lie down naked and make a bunch of little like of the pizzas and put them on your stomach, and then but don't hire somebody to eat them. Post the picture and then make the caption, "Who wants to eat these off of me?"
God, you're good. God, he's good.
That's actually really fucking good.
God, he's good.
That's
And the
really
best part
good.
is you don't have to steal them. You can buy the Lunchables, write them off on your taxes as a business expense.
I never heard of like
Or I could
business
just-
expenses. Or you could what?
Or I could just steal them. I mean,
Yeah. Stick it to the man.
Jay, you've got to be making way more money doing this than working at Target.
Yeah.
it like fluctuates. It depends. When I first started doing it, I was getting like random $1,000 from fucking random ass people. And now it's kind of like slowed down a little bit from when I first started, but it still brings in okay money.
Dominic, you're giving me I'm about to quit music and start an OnlyFans.
I'm
look.
just like baffled at the amount of money people are making off of things like Twitch and OnlyFans. I'm just like, I don't understand. I love a lot of the musicians I owe my entire livelihood to. Like, I owe them that. Like, there are certain artists that if they Twitched or streamed or did these things, I should. But, you know, I owe them that money. But I never would do it. There's not a bone in my body that would give fucking like Rivers Cuomo like $1 on, you know, just not, it's not in me. And it's just like growing in popularity. People are doing this, and I'm just so like baffled because back in the day when I was a little bit more slender and I had a more of an attractive form and presence, I could have made a lot of scratch, and I might not even be here talking to you right now.
I think you look
be in
great as
Ibiza.
you are right now, Dom.
Thanks, Bob. Oh, in the Gecko costume. Okay.
Would you give Rivers Cuomo
Head?
if
What?
he had Lunchables pizzas on his stomach?
Yeah, I wouldn't give him any money though.
The Lunchable is the transaction.
Ah.
Boom.
Jay, how much money have you made in total on OnlyFans throughout doing this?
The past 6 months, I think I've probably pulled maybe 6,000 altogether.
In the past 6 months?
Yeah, 6 to 7.
Okay. That's like...
Because it's really not much. Like, people, it really randomly pops off where, you know, people will come out of nowhere and you get a lot of money. And then there are weeks where, you know, rich assholes aren't finding you.
Do you enjoy doing it?
I think it's really fun, only because I cover my face, so people also, like, will never know it's me kind of thing makes it really fun. But what I really want to do, I want to be a tattoo artist, so I would like to put my money towards saving towards that.
I love that.
Jay, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
No, that was it.
Thanks, Jay. This has been really insightful.
Have a good night, Jay.
Of course.
I'm about to quit.
You too. Enjoy lunch.
Jay seemed like they were doing pretty well.
Dude, so well.
Yeah. Doing the best of anyone that's called this evening.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, sorry, RJ. You'll get them.
How you feeling?
I'm good.
Nice.
I'm good.
Good.
This is good. This is
Good.
great. I love the concept. This is good.
Yeah, it's just, you know, well, it's not mine. People have been taking phone calls. The Gecko thing I came up with, but the phone calls. they've been doing
Yeah,
it
it
for a
ties in
while.
together well. I think this is great. I understand the appeal.
Thanks.
Absolutely. I'm sorry if that was like the worst compliment.
No.
that I could have given you.
I only want the truth.
Okay.
You want to do another one?
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
Sick. Hello.
Hello?
What's up? Is this Mason?
Hey, Mason.
Yes, it is. Is this Lyle?
Are you in a tractor trailer right now? Where are you?
I'm in the sticks of Michigan in a modified car.
Yeah.
So many, like a lot of people call in just while they're driving.
I'm
You're in
so
a modified.
sorry.
Wait, you're in a modified
TR-86.
car.
Yeah, what the fuck
You're
is
just
that
calling
mean?
from a
Yeah,
very
it's just a
illegal
modified dog.
vehicle.
But it's
How modified is this
no,
car?
not. How modified is the car? Yeah.
No,
Full
God,
exhaust.
It's not even his car.
So, this thing farts.
Would this
I'm
thing
not
be
driving, so I'm
classified
safe.
by a
Buddy's
government?
driving.
Would this thing be classified by a government official to be street legal?
Yes, it is completely street legal. It is just like a public nuisance.
Okay, I grew up with one of those.
Yeah. What was it?
I gotta call my mom after this.
All of our
Mason.
cars that we all drive have like modified exhausts, and we love them. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm sure you love them, and the pedestrians in your neighborhood absolutely hate them. Mason, it says that your brother is a dick, and and you want to know how to deal. Wait, you're not. Wait, the other guy in the car is
Yeah.
not your brother, is it?
No, this was my. He lived with me with my brother. He's my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You called in and you said your brother is a dick, and you want to know how to deal with him. It says that he put a camera in his room, and he watched his brother look through his room. Oh, okay. You put a camera in your own room, and your brother snuck into your room to look through it.
Yeah. So this backstory, because you'll understand more. My mom died in like September, so like it's just been me and him at the house, right? I've never trusted my brother since I was like like middle school and stuff. He would steal from me. And he would gaslight me, and I never understood it because I'm like a kid. But he still like I remember when it started, I had like $20. That's big money at my age, and it disappeared. And I was like, I keep losing money. I don't know how I'm doing this. Until in like high school, he admitted it to me. He's like, yeah, I just stole money from you all the time. So I've never trusted him. He's always stolen from me. And so, I put a camera in my room because I'm up north. I'm 3 hours from Detroit. I'm in Traverse, and I get a notification on my camera that it goes off because it's tracking and stuff. And I open it up, and he's probably doing laundry because I live in my basement. And I'm watching him go through my room and just go through drawers. And I was like, what's he doing? What's the point?
He's going through all the drawers, and as soon as he goes in front of the camera and opens the cupboard, and he like, you can just see him. And I call him immediately. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of my room. And he's like, oh, I'm just walking around, dude. It's nothing. I'm like, I'm watching you. Get out of my room. And so he like, I can see him hang up and walk upstairs. About like an hour later, he comes down there with his girlfriend, and they're looking for the camera. Like, I can hear him, like, it has off everything. But like,
oh, they got into a car crash.
it's right there in the middle.
Okay, so
Dude, this is crazy.
your brother. Did you see him in person since all this happened? Yeah, this is the great part about having a conversation with somebody just driving down the highway. Okay, Mason, are you there? Can you still hear me?
It sucks because this guy needs this therapy because
Yeah.
this is tough.
Mason, if you could, he's dead. Mason,
He's definitely dead. That modified car got the best of him.
are you a car guy? Do you like cars?
A little bit now that I had got some money, but back in the day when I was just shit poor, I could give a fuck about something that cost more than like $100.
What's your thing? Lambos?
I got a Porsche right now.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever modify it?
I wouldn't modify it. I did modify it. I put a rack on it so I could surf. I got a surf
okay.
rack.
Okay.
What about you? You a car guy?
That sounds like a more rational modification than what these guys are
it's a
doing.
mom modification.
I used to drive a Toyota Prius.
Oh fuck yeah! I learned to drive one of those.
Yeah, and but then I crashed it.
Oh shit.
And now I'm in a Ford.
Okay.
It's a fine car. So
Yeah.
I'm not a big car guy.
Okay, yeah, me neither, man. I mean,
I'm
not a sports guy, car guy, none of that.
I got the tire. I had one of my tires get a hole in it, and instead of I guess it's just I don't know if this is about cars or laziness, but I just, instead of going to the shop and getting the tire replaced, I just fill it with air until it runs out of air.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, at the little pump station.
At the little pump stations.
Okay, yeah.
But in Los Angeles, a lot of those little pump stations
Yeah.
are
Really,
kind
dude?
of dangerous. Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. Yeah, that's laziness. It's a little scummery.
Mason. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
All right.
R.I.P. Mason.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
What's up? Katie, 34 from Portland.
Hey, Katie, 34 from Portland.
What's going on?
Hey, guys. Not much. Actually, I went to the early Portland show and I talked with you on stage.
Oh. I do shows sometimes.
I know you do. Yeah,
I do little shows where
I saw your tour poster. It looked cool.
yeah, thanks, man. Katie, what did we talk about on the toy?
I'm the lunch lady that talked about my therapist.
Oh, Katie came on stage at my Portland show and talked about falling in love with her therapist.
Been there.
Really? Have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, okay, maybe you can, because we were talking on stage, and I was like, should you tell your therapist if you've been in love with them? Did you tell them, Dom?
No.
I did.
I didn't. You did?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Yeah, I wrote a letter.
Oh,
It
fuck.
went better than expected. Yeah, no, I wrote a letter because I was like, I don't want to see his fucking face when he reads this. Like, what if he's grossed out? But yeah, he was super sweet about it and was like, oh, I'm not uncomfortable. Like, it's really sweet.
Oh.
Is there a reason why you didn't want to tell your therapist that you were in love with them?
Because I also needed her help. At the time, I had other problems.
Fair.
Right. That was your least pressing problem.
Yeah, that was like, I could deal with this. I'll live with being crushed by this unrequited love, but I have to get a hold on this dependency issue.
Are you still in therapy?
I know. I dropped it. I'm thinking about getting back into it, but it was just too much. And, I get these like mad expensive therapists from like people in the industry who are like, you got to talk to this guy. He talks to the weekend. I'm like, I'm not the fucking weekend. How the fuck am I? Does this guy give a fuck about me?
Have you seen therapists that aren't like celebrity therapists?
Yeah,
people?
yeah, yeah.
What are they? any different really than the celebrity ones?
Yeah, there's that thing where you talk to them and like you'll be telling them about something crazy that happened that you would only get into, if you worked in sort of entertainment and were around these influences. Like I'll tell them these crazy stories about people's houses, that things that happen, and they'll be like, "Man, that's kick-ass. You're just living the life." I'm like, "Dude, that's not what I don't need you to say that." Yeah, that's another reason why I have girl therapists, because when I tell them this shit, they get grossed out instead. They're like, "What you fucking asshole?"
Right. Instead of flipping it
Like, yeah,
yourself.
fix me. That's why I'm here.
Katie, it says you wanted to talk about UFOs. Are you a UFO guy?
Me?
Yeah.
I know.
Well, Katie.
What about you, Lyle?
Also kind of not really. I'm very I believe that there are aliens, but I don't think they're flying around Sacramento.
Like checking us out? Yeah.
Why would they? They just seem like, they would probably tune in for a second. We've already passed the golden years of humanity.
Katie, tell me about this UFO you saw.
So I'm also one of those people that I think I believe in aliens, but I don't think I'm interesting enough to have aliens checking me out or whatever. But I was hanging out on my balcony last fall, and I see these two black triangle-shaped aircrafts going up ahead, and I'm thinking, okay, that's weird. They're completely silent, and they had a circular light on each corner and then one in the center. And it just wasn't any aircraft I'd ever seen. I should have taken pictures, but I just kind of froze and had this weird feeling. I was just kind of uncomfortable, but couldn't move.
Huh.
Do you think that the aliens have nefarious intentions, or do you think that they would want to help us and I guess typically
I don't know.
If you're chilling and some foreign entity comes and invades your space, it's not usually historically been
Good.
Good.
good or peaceful.
Even if there were
Somebody's gonna get probed.
Yeah, probed, or just, they'll keep passing. I imagine it's something like when you're on Hollywood Boulevard and you're being screamed at by by someone who's lost their home and just has mentally a lot of shit going on. You're not going to help them. You're just cruising by. I feel like we are in that state right now to all extraterrestrial forms. We're the,
Yeah.
Totally. That's us, right?
I would welcome a probing. For sure.
Yeah, I'd welcome a probing.
Yeah, because I would. I feel like there would be a lot to aliens. Almost certainly, whoever's out there are probably doing society better than we are, and I would welcome their takeover.
Absolutely. Yeah, one nice clean
The
probe
probing,
a year.
though,
I do a good probe a year. I haven't had a colonoscopy in a little bit. I feel like that could be.
Have you had a colonoscopy at all?
I haven't. I don't know when you're even supposed to get them.
How old are you?
I'm 27, so this is my last year on Earth.
You got time.
Have you had a colonoscopy, Katie?
No, I just turned 34 yesterday, but I'm not old enough for that shit.
Is that
Not
what's
yet.
colonoscopy age? Dom,
Where they stick their whole hand up to their wrist in your ass and then
50
move it
or
around, right?
something.
Oh, what's the age?
Yeah.
They put a
Yeah, it's
tube
like
up
50,
there.
40, something. They put a tube? I thought it was a hand.
I feel like that'd be unsanitary.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna Google it.
You should write a song about colonoscopies.
Yeah.
I think that's
Katie, is there anything you
everyone
want to say
needs.
to the people at the computer before we go?
Sorry for being boring, but nice to
Katie,
talk
you're
to
the
you guys.
shit. You're not boring at
You
all.
came in here to talk about aliens. How is
Aw.
that boring?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thanks, guy.
Of course, Katie. You're the best.
Have a good rest of
Katie,
your
have a good
night.
You too, Katie.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too, Katie.
You ever had any crazy medical procedures?
No. I got this thing like sewed up. I have a giant scar. I got really messed up and like punched through a window, and then I woke up in the hospital with a catheter in me, and this shit was split, and I ripped out a catheter and crawled out of a hospital window, and I was like in the mud because this was like an unfinished hospital, and then I just walked like 10 miles home like wasted, and and the guy had done like a really weird insertion and stitching, and that's why it looks all messed up. That's probably the craziest like medical procedure.
I have a mark just like that, but I got it from taking a nap.
Okay, I get it. With the folds on your skin?
Yeah, you ever...
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yeah. I don't know how often you get this, or if it's like a weird thing, but you do kind of remind me of like a male Zendaya.
Get the fuck out. That's fucked
really?
up.
Nobody's
dude.
ever told you that?
That's fucked up.
Why is that fucked up? I thought that after talking to
we gotta cut. We gotta get this clip just to send to me. Can I have this part of it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I felt that way after talking to you for like 2 seconds.
Like Zendaya is really her, like the person that she is, or the character that she portrays?
I don't personally know her. I only know the character.
All right, I'll take that.
Oh, what is that? Is that a deer? What's the deer from?
I did a shoot with this guy, Ryan McGinley. He took a picture of me on a deer, and I was in a treatment center one time, and I saw this deer, and I thought it was God. So yeah.
Are you a religious guy?
Not traditionally. No, I don't think so. Like I'm not like traditional, like Christian or anything.
Are you spiritual at all?
Not really. I don't even do acid anymore.
That has nothing to do with acid.
It kind of does if you think about
it.
But no, not really.
Are you fully sober now?
Yeah.
When it comes to like psychedelics and stuff, is there any stuff from when you used to do that stuff that kind of sticks with you?
No, just the fear and the uncertainty and that state that it would place me in, like fight or flight. I'm just so happy to not be dealing with that on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mostly negative when I think about that kind of shit.
Did you ever do this is the Joe Rogan question. Did you ever do DMT?
So many times. I did DMT when I was like 14.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you see the first time you did it?
It was like basically gray. I just like remember this kid made it. I was hitting it on this bed, held it in for 30 seconds, and then the room went and then went black. And then I laid back, and I just see like gray, like almost like cloudy type texture moving over me, and then it looked like a worm sort of deal. Like it was definitely alive, whatever it was. And I was with it for a second, and there wasn't really like not a lot of imagery, just gray. And then I woke up. And I was like, what happened? And then my friend was like, you broke through. And then put the pipe back in my mouth.
Oh,
made me hit
really?
that shit again. Boom, right back out. It was crazy. I did it like 5 times the first time I did it. I was like 14. Fuck my brain up.
You say you look back at all of it negatively.
Not really, but like I try to remember the bad shit. Because when you're in this craving mode and you're thinking about doing it, or you're at like a Hollywood event, like a Vanity Fair bullshit party, kissing ass, and you're like, maybe I should have a drink so I can kiss ass a little bit better, because these motherfuckers, like, they're so good at it. It's a bunch of white dudes that do this shit for a living.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe I just have some champagne. And I remember like all the bad things that happened with me on champagne or something, and then it'll hit me again.
Do you feel like getting drunk makes you better at kissing ass?
Everything could like that. It's like bad. Like I'm so good at it. When it's like when I'm drinking, I can lie and cheat and like kiss ass and just really suck up. And it's just like not me, you know. But I don't know.
How long have you been sober for?
Months at a time, and I'll break it sometimes. Something stupid, But now it's getting into months. I had like 6 or 7 months at one point, and I fucking, it's tough. It's not straightforward. It's very like, Do
you have like stuff that you like in place of those? How you like replace one thing with another? Have you replaced alcohol?
Yeah. I don't want to get super crazy on here, but yeah, a lot of
whatever you feel comfortable talking about.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck at all. It's not like I'm checking the internet or anything, but yeah, you can replace. I've done it with sex. I've replaced it with like cigarettes or music or work or I tried video games. I fucking hate video games. I tried it though.
You hate video games? You have a nest tattoo.
I used to play them a lot, but you realize this shit's not doing anything for me. I remember when I had the least amount of money in my life is when I was just like so good at video games.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh. So you tried it with video games. What video games were you trying it with?
I was trying with Apex, COD. That new Harry Potter shit had come out at one point. That was cool. The Last of Us. My ex-girlfriend at the time was really into that, so we tried that. But I don't know. I've replaced it with many things.
Of all the things that you tried,
Mhm.
what did any come close?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Love me a cigarette.
Mhm.
God, I love cigarettes.
Mhm.
Better
Are you-
than oxygen.
Are you still into cigarettes?
I'm trying to stop right now because I'm rehearsing and stuff for tour, and it really takes a toll on your voice, man.
Mhm. Is there anything that you've like wanted to try as a thing to kind of get your mind off of all that shit that you just haven't had the chance to, or the opportunity to, or haven't gotten around to?
Yeah, things like skydiving and jet skiing and
Really, like extreme
snowboarding. I love shit like that.
sports? Mm.
I love like adrenaline based shit, but like I'm so busy that I don't really have time to get out there. Like I'll still go surfing by myself and shit, but it's tough, dude.
I don't know if this is helpful, but one thing that's been giving me like a fucked up hit of dopamine is like watching really fucked up videos on the internet. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Like there's a I don't know why I talk about this too much, but there's a subreddit. It's called r/crazy fucking videos.
Okay.
And it's got like car crashes and like skydiving accidents and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what I'm no like neuroscientist, but it definitely hits some part of the brain. I'd like to imagine that
Yeah, man.
you know, maybe you go home and you watch an ISIS beheading video and you're like, this is what I was missing.
Wow,
the whole
I'm
time.
cured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try it out.
Hey, you gonna get to go to the Spider-Man? Did you go to the Spider-Man premiere?
I didn't go to the Spider-Man premiere.
Are you a Spider-Man guy?
I'm a Spider-Man guy. I have a song in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
fucking. Oh yeah. No, I didn't get to go to it. So fucking busy.
Mm.
I think I might be able to go to the bar. I have a song in this Barbie movie.
Mhm.
I think I might be able to go to that premiere.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I'm just so like, again, I fucking hate doing press shit and like anything like this.
Mhm.
Seriously, I'm just being real.
No,
Yeah.
please.
Because that shit's whack. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
I like making music. But I'm like, fuck, do I got to go do like a red carpet?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's a pink carpet.
Oh no.
It's the Barbie movie? So I'm like, I'm down. That changes it.
What? And I want you to be honest with me. What is less appealing to you between doing this for 2 hours and going to the Barbie premiere? Be honest.
The Barbie shit, because you got to be in front of people. You got to act like you're okay. You just got to smile and wave, boys. I just think that shit's whack.
But when you show, do you ever just like?
But
Do
I
you
love
do you feel like a genuine desire to not desire but a genuine necessity to like put something on, like when you say like pretend you're okay,
like put on a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like force a habit, you know? For so long, I thought that was what you had to do to get to where you wanted to be. And I realized, you know, later on that it kind of only can hurt you.
Right.
It can take away from what you're trying to do in the future when you become comfortable with yourself. So it's not even that I hate doing these things. I just have bad memories associated with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's difficult for me to try to change my habits. And it's been just like a strenuous, was it strenuous?
Strenuous, yeah.
Strenuous process that's like taken a lot of, it just takes it out of me like emotionally. It's not, and I love the Barbie movie. I like the song that we made. I love Mark Ronson. I love Margot Robbie. I love Greta fucking, you know, but when it comes to me getting up in front of a bunch of people and pretending that I want to, you know, be somewhere, it's like, it's difficult, man. And I guess, you know, the best thing I could do is just be honest about it from here on out.
Well, yeah, I feel like the people that follow you and like
shows
you,
though.
Doing live.
I like doing live shows.
Oh, well, because those are your people.
Absolutely, yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I love that. Never will stop doing that. So just to let everyone know, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about fucking 80-year-old white dudes with cameras. Smile here, Dominic. Here, go over here. Hey, Dominic. Oh my God, go over here, buddy. That shit, I can't. Oh man.
Do you when you like? Are you able to like walk around the streets without people like coming up to you?
Yeah, I'm cool. Mostly, you know. I definitely have fans and shit and all over the world, so there are places I shouldn't go. or that I will have to be like cautious if I like look like shit that day. You know, it's never really that annoying except for the days that I consciously go out with my face unshaved and like I might still have like shit in my eyes and my hair looks like, you know, and somebody will be like, "Oh, can we get a picture?" I'm like,
are you like very like conscious about your appearance?
Yeah. Totally.
Thanks for wearing a fucking gecko suit for this podcast.
No problem, dude.
Well, it's interesting. I feel like the people who like fuck with you though, they like I feel like they don't really give a fuck if you're like.
They don't. They're cool. They're cool. They're cool. But it's like your mom, like when you're like younger and she takes a picture of you and posts it on her Facebook and you just look all greasy, but she doesn't care because that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Like fans will catch me looking crazy, but they might look good in the photo and post it, and then it's like circulating.
They love it because I don't know if I said this on the podcast or if I know I said it to you, but like when I posted that you were going to be on here, I got followed immediately by like dozens of DOMINIC FIKE stan accounts who have the like
that's the army
like they have like Dominic saw my story 9 10 22
remember
like,
the circle,
you know, and they'll love every picture of you that ever existed. You could have a big
for sure
turret on your forehead and they would
no, there's the sweetest. Shout out to the gang of fan pages. Smiley Fike over here, that's my rider.
I'm not looking at the chat, but I'm sure it is
Bunking.
blowing up.
It's bumping right now.
That.
Yeah, love her.
Hey, you want to take a phone call?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to if we should take this phone call, but somebody just called in saying, "I'm wondering if the Statue of Liberty has a vagina." Are you thinking about that right now?
I am. I was just in New York at the Met, and I was looking at this like mini replica of the Statue of Liberty, and I was just having trouble. Like, are we they theming? Is this like, what's the deal with the gender on the sculpture?
I think the Statue of Liberty is a lady.
Yeah,
that
lady could beat my ass. Have you seen this bitch? The build on this bitch. Have you seen this?
She's huge. She's a giant.
She is fucking ripped.
She's the size of Godzilla.
So I don't know about a vagina, but you never know.
Maybe. I mean, sculptors love genitals.
They do, bro. And also at the Met, they had one of the biggest dicks I'd ever seen on one of those statues, and it wasn't even the size of like my thumb.
Really?
You know? They just love to. What's the deal with that?
Because like you go to any like Renaissance art thing, and it's all penises of guys,
white guys mostly.
But so the Statue of Liberty, whoever made that, maybe there's if there is a vagina, it's hidden. Maybe it's on the inside. But they stopped letting people in. Maybe they stopped letting people in because too many people were getting sucked up into the Statue of Liberty's vagina. So we didn't even have to take the phone call. We
figured that out.
We figured it out. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hi. I'm currently in a lot of pain and just sitting because I can't do anything else but sit.
What sort of pain?
I kind of broke my vagina.
Kind of broke your vagina.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Spicy weekend session.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. So like,
let's go.
Long story short, like a couple days after the session, I was like, this really hurts. And then I went to pee, and I was like, that really hurts. So, yeah. So I took a mirror to it after, like, trying to do my own, like, pain management. I was like, we're just a little too rough. You know how things go. So I took a mirror to it, and I was like, that's definitely, like, a tear or something. Because there's skin missing.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Is this a guy you're dating? Is this just a guy you have a casual thing with?
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's hear that.
He's on the roster.
He's on the roster.
Not a boyfriend.
On the roster.
Does
On the
this
roster.
event put him higher on the roster or
Yeah.
lower on the roster?
Neither. He was already like pretty high on it, and it was a joint effort to hurt me like that.
Takes two to tango is what she's saying.
Hmm.
I understand.
Yeah,
Well, I can't relate, but I understand. Tell you what, date me or Lyle, you won't have that problem at all.
Now, I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, she took 5 minutes, and she was like, that's herpes. And of course, I freaked out. I immediately accused him of giving me herpes. And next day, it just got worse and worse to the point where, like, without being too graphic, just imagine the area between your vag and your butt,
Yeah.
the
The
skin
gooch.
area. Like,
Yep.
Yes, good word. Splitting every time you sit.
Stop it.
Kind of.
The
Yeah.
taint.
Yeah.
Oh, the taint.
Ah.
Yeah.
Taint split.
The taint is splitting.
Oh, that's
That's
rough
even
stuff.
what the doctor said. But
That's rough stuff.
went back like 2 days later because the pain was just so bad, and spent 4 hours in there. My herpes test was negative. Everything was negative. And she was just
Good.
kind of like, well, you ripped it, and now it's infected, so it hurts a lot.
Oh no. How?
Yeah.
What's the healing timeline on this? How long does it take to mend a broken vagina?
No. I'm on like antibiotics, antivirals, steroids,
God, this is...
lidocaine, which burns a lot.
Oh, I feel for you right now. I do. That's awful.
And I can't work.
You can't what?
Did you say you can't work?
Yes. I'm supposed to be out of work until the 5th, but it might be longer than that because every time I walk, your cheeks
Holy
rub
shit,
together.
holy split.
and-
That's nuts.
What do you do? Do you teach horseback riding?
Because that would be awful.
That wasn't funny. That was stupid. What do you do?
So, I'm a pharmacy technician.
Sounds like you could potentially heal yourself, right?
Yeah. What's a good like if you were prescribing your pharmacy technicians don't really prescribe, but fuck it. If you could prescribe yourself something, this is the weirdest question I've ever asked.
Yeah.
If you could prescribe yourself something, what would you prescribe yourself?
Morphine.
Boom, baby. Take the cake. That's what I'm talking about. 6:30. I'll see you there. Me, you, morphine, and
Oh, yeah.
the guy from the roster.
Statue of Liberty.
And the Statue of Liberty, baby.
You like those? You like those callbacks?
I love
Tom?
them. I do.
You like calling back the thing?
What? Is it bad that I fucking know the thing? Jeez.
Becca, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Do you have a ring? You know those rings, like when you get hemorrhoids, you can sit on it. Do you have something like that?
No, but I thought about it. If I sit on that and there's no like middle support, like the donut thing, it'll like pull my butt cheeks apart.
Oh
my God, this is
This
is so much.
Did this guy, Becca? Did this guy apologize? Did this guy apologize to you at all? Did he feel bad?
Yeah. I felt bad because I was like, you gave me herpes, but yes, he did apologize and he feels terrible. And I told him I was going to call in and tell you.
Did are you? Would you have sex with him again after you heal, or are you done?
Oh, 100%. I plan on it. It's just because, like, we get drunk. So, you can't really tell if there's something that you're doing wrong because the pain is not as bad. And I'm a little bit of a sadist, so.
Dude, I'm fucking
Yeah.
turned on right now, dude. I might have to end this fucking whole thing. This is crazy, dude. And that's why I'm crossing my legs in this gecko costume. There's not a lot of padding over here. I'm sorry. I'm fucking around. This is crazy, though. That's nuts.
I wonder why Dom's PR team doesn't let him do a lot of
They
podcasts.
don't. They really don't. I'll just be saying whatever.
How did this guy feel? How did this guy feel about it? Like, did he?
How does
Because
he
this
feel?
guy, because like, I guess, does this guy like? Is he like? Oh, I'm sick. I like fucking, was so good at sex that I broke your vagina, or was he like, oh, I'm
No.
sorry about that?
He was cool about it.
No, bad. He's apologized a bunch of times.
You think to his homies he was like,
No,
fucking
I don't think
went
so.
crazy, bro.
The beginning of it was like, oh, she thought she had herpes, but just kidding, I broke her vagina. Like,
oh
I don't think
yeah.
that would be a fun.
my friend had a thing where he went to a doctor. He had slept with like a series of girls. There was like multiple. There was like a chain of girls that had slept with each other or something. But he went to a doctor. They told him he had chlamydia, and he had to call like 10 or 16 girls or something and tell them all they had chlamydia, and then he found out it was negative. And I had to call them.
Why
Yeah.
would he? Wouldn't he want to find out before telling people?
Well, they can give you like false, like she was just saying. It was Becky. Becca was just saying that the doctor had initially diagnosed her with fucking herpes, and then she came back and he was like, "Oh, JK." That's fucking nuts, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy. I wouldn't even be pissed at the dude for breaking my vagina. I'd be pissed at the doctor for misdiagnosing my vagina.
Okay, so what's your timeline for healing again?
So I don't really know because this is kind of like the new doctor that I saw was not 100%, but she was like, if I give you antibiotics and you get better, it's a bacterial infection, which it is. But she didn't give me like a time frame.
It's tough stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, it's really stressful. Just like, I hate sitting and doing nothing. And it just like, if I sit a certain way, it like breaks open. It hurts. It stings.
Oh man. Becca, you're I have a lot of respect for you.
You're a champ.
I have a lot of respect for you.
Thank you. I have a high pain tolerance, and I was like screaming, crying in the urgent care.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. That's fucking awful.
And I also have a lot of respect for you that you're going through this horrible ordeal, but you also desire so much to be unrestricted by the futility of the human body that you're gonna go see this guy again.
Amen.
Because you live by what you want to do with your life, not what the fragility of the human body tells you can do.
Praise Jesus.
Absolutely. We're just going to do like a 10-minute timer.
Becca, is there anything else you want to say to me or Dom or God before we go?
Have your partners tested before you have sex.
Kind of a turnoff now.
Have a good night.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. I had a close call. Bye.
I have no comment on that. How you feeling, Dom?
Man, I'm feeling good. I have to pee so bad, but
Yeah?
I feel good. I'm having fun. I really
You're having
am.
fun?
I really am. It's
Okay,
been like
good.
fucking 4 days since I've laughed this much.
Good. Is that true?
That is true. I'm being dead
Okay,
serious. Yeah.
Good. Thanks, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here.
You want to do a quick one?
Yeah, let's do a quickie.
Oh, let's do a quick one. All right. Let's talk to Elizabeth. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Elizabeth. How you doing?
Hello. Doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Is it Elizabeth? Is that?
Oh yeah, it's Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Yes.
We're
Elizabeth.
good.
Hi.
Elizabeth, it says here that you want some life advice about an upcoming job interview. What's the job interview for?
Yes. To be a neurodiagnostic technologist.
All right. Well, we have no advice for
Shit,
you.
why did you call this?
We were the worst people to call for this.
I know. It's basically identifying and recording the brain activity of a patient with suspected neurological abnormalities.
I mean, look, just you explaining what it is.
I
If I
understood
were,
it 100%.
I'd hire you.
I understood that. Totally. Got all the words, made them make sense.
Thank you. I'm super nervous because I've never had, I'm about to graduate in my program and I'm going to have an interview for a hospital and I just don't know what to expect.
Let's see.
Expect the fucking unexpected, right? You pull up to a it's a medical, this is like a firm that you'd be working at, some sort of like office, like a hospital?
No, a hospital. Yeah, a hospital.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I don't know what that's like at all. All I know is from the movie Catch Me If You Can, where Leonardo impersonates a doctor. And pretty much how he gets that is hitting on the front desk lady and forging his medical school documents. So if you could maybe get ahead of that, maybe tonight go to a Kinko's or something and get started on that.
Yeah, when they ask you why you want to become a neuroscience person, you can say that you saw Catch Me If You Can and you thought it was really sick.
It was super sick, yeah.
Yeah.
I took advice from a couple geckos. There we go.
I want to keep this quick because I just feel like we only have the potential to make this situation worse for you.
That's so true.
It's okay.
And so the greatest way that we could help you right now is to hang up.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
But Elizabeth, I think again, just the way that you explain, you seem
you'll be
excited about this. It seems like something you want to do. I think, and the fact that that energy is coming off to me in the 2 seconds that we've been talking, I think it'll come off to the person that you're interviewing with.
I think you're going to be fine. You seem very put together and intelligent, and obviously going to interview for a job like this means you've put a lot of work into it. Just be honest, just be yourself. That's one thing people forget to do when they go into situations that seem so like pressurized. I feel like people just forget that they're humans and that they have childhoods and that they were somebody before this moment. So just, keep your head on straight, be yourself.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
And if all else fails, they're hiring at Target.
You're right. You're not wrong at all.
Hey, have a good night, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Dominic. Go pee.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I still have to go pee so bad.
I was in my head. I was like, if all else fails, start an OnlyFans, but that's a rude thing to say. So I was like, we can do the Target thing.
Yeah, tasteful. It was good.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me, dude. I've enjoyed myself.
Good.
Sincerely.
Good.
I know that I've talked shit about doing stuff like this.
No, understandable.
And I probably won't be involved in a lot of other things like this, but I appreciate you for having me and opening up my mind a little bit.
Of course, man.
I made a new friend.
Yeah, man. It's nice to hang out.
If we ever cross paths again, you're seriously welcome to. Let's hang out.
Are you doing a show in LA?
I'm doing 2 nights at the Greek.
When?
I have no idea, but soon.
All right, I'm there.
Soon, very soon.
I'm there. Yeah, let's hang out, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, please.
Let's fucking Oh, you know what we can do?
What?
We'll hang out and we can watch fucked up beheading videos together and see if it works.
Okay.
Yeah. This worked out well. I love it. I usually just do it alone, but now I got a buddy.
Dude, I'm there for you.
Thanks, man.
Tink you.
Is there any? Do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, I have an album coming out July 7th. What day is it now? July 3rd, probably, because 4th is tomorrow.
3rd.
So in 3 days, I have my sophomore album coming out. Please listen to that. I go on tour starting in Indianapolis July 13th. And that's about it. I'm also an actor, and there are several things that I have coming out, but I can't remember the dates. So sorry to the directors and everybody that worked on those, but I love you. And if you do some research, you'll find out that I have a couple movies coming out too. But tour, album, look for it.
And he's got a song in the new Spider-Man movie.
A song in the new Spider-Man movie called Mona Lisa, currently on the radio. We're going up. Also, Barbie soundtrack. I'm on there, so look out for me in the Barbie movie.
Anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Man, stay in school, stay out of the entertainment industry.
Dominic Fike. Geck bless you.
Geck bless you.